continuing on with the obsession with snitching in the culture.
Yeah. You
Bleu
said something that
Davinci,
hurt my heart. Yeah,
listen, Bleu Davinci is accusing Big Meech of being some kind of indirect snitch. Maybe he snitched through his assistant. He had his assistant try to set up an agent to get him messed up. And Bleu Davinci is saying that he has the paperwork to prove it. He's on Cam Capone. Get in there. We got to start putting shit in our community section for people to watch. But the Bleu Davinci interview on Cam Capone is kind of crazy.
I don't want to put nothing in his mouth, but
I mean,
paperwork. How can you listen? This is my only thing about hearing this. Yeah. How can you have paperwork? You don't have paperwork on Big Meech. You have paperwork on his assistant. So you have to understand that Big Meech played this assignment to her.
Listen, man, you didn't watch the thing,
right? So let's get
to it. So I like you just
got to me. Bleu Davinci is a snitch, so it's like
I mean that's what they said. But listen, let me just back up a little bit, right? There's been people that accuse Bleu Davinci of being a snitch, and the paperwork has turned out to be fake. There's a guy named J-Bo who says that, Blue's a snitch, but he admits that he has no paperwork on it. It's kind of like a situation type of thing. Like he was somewhere and he feels like, well,
J-Bo
if he was on this,
he is the paperwork.
He said he is the paperwork.
Okay, right. So he's stamping it.
Okay. So it's hard to say who to believe. Let me try to pull up one, man, because I sent you a couple of them, man. I can't see the titles right now. I want to pull up the right one.
Let's pull up what he was talking about.
Which one you want to?
When Bleu Davinci was giving out the details on your boy
show. Listen, he got one where he says that he has paperwork, and we ain't gonna play the whole thing here, but he says he has paperwork on
Big Meech.
Yeah.
Wow, how you going against the grain like that?
I mean, I guess he's trying to defend his name, like you were saying.
Right. That's what snitches do. This is what snitches do. When they find out that somebody got snitches on him, they go out and trying to get the biggest people or change the game and make somebody else seem like they're a snitch.
Yeah, because they gotta defend themselves, and that's kind of a good way to say it. When we were talking about Boosie, you were talking about Boosie defending a brand and all of that stuff. And you said, look, it's about business. Got to defend his image. So this could be somebody defending their image. Everybody been calling Bleu Davinci a snitch, and they've been calling the man with no paperwork.
That's not defending your image. That's not defending your image, though. That's just
man, he got to tell. Maybe he's a truth teller. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he wants the real story to go out. But if you look at this says that Bleu Davinci brings paperwork proving that Big Meech's assistant. Is that what it says? Oh yeah, Big Meech's assistant and BMF co-producer is a federal informant. That's kind of like a lot of people might categorize that as being a snitch. You moving around with the snitch. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's
check it out. Let's hear it, bro. So we can. I don't want to put nothing in his mouth. I want to hear exactly what he's saying.
All right, we could even start here if you want to when you edit this. You feel me? We're gonna go into big the snitching allegations on Big Meech. Bleu Davinci comes on the Cam Capone, say he got paperwork proving that the Big Meech's assistant is federal informant. So Cam Capone knew. We just play a little part.
Okay, but at some point, you and Big Meech stopped talking.
Yeah, so we stopped talking. Me and Meech last time talking was 2017, right? So in 2017, we on the phone like normal, regular conversation one night. And then my homeboy that was with me, he was like, Tone Bird, he from BMF too. Tone was like, ask Big Homie, what's up with the movie with 50? Like, what's going on with him from New York? I had to use my New York accent. Yo, what's going on with the 50 Cent movie? So I'm like, oh, yo, Meech, what's up with the movie, with the TV show? Like, where y'all at with that? He like, oh man, it's almost done. The contract almost done. It's almost done. We're gonna be starting. They're gonna be, starting to cast it or whatever, right? He's like, I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy, what you mean, Tammy? Like, nigga, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And they were like, shit, nigga, I heard some shit, but whatever it is, that shit ain't got shit to do with me. And he was like, man, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm like, all right, that's the last time I ever talked to him. Next time
Now look, I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I don't want that shit to get snatched down. Listen, people could go watch the whole thing. You ain't watch it. I watched it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the allegations are out there. People is out here watching the BMF series. He's tied in with 50 Cent. 50 Cent accused this man of being a rat. Now he's bringing paperwork to Cam Capone News, and he's saying that Big Meech worked with a federal informant, somebody who's on paper as an informant. He's going to go on to describe a situation where Big Meech had the informant try to set somebody up. So my question is, does this take away Big Meech's credibility if this turns out to be true? Are you going to stop watching the series? Are you watching the series?
I ain't watching it now. I don't care about what the man. I know the story. I don't care about seeing that. That's for 50 to make money off of. But does this take away from Big Meech's legacy? If he got somebody locked up and he on some snitch stuff, yeah, man, it's not good. You know what I mean? But hearing this from this guy, when you hear things from people who done snitched already or they're looked at as a snitch, and you said there ain't no paperwork on them, but
you calling the man a snitch and you don't got no paperwork
in his camp. Listen, there are people in his camp that says he told his co-defendants, not nobody that we know, is his co-defendants, right? So
just because they say it is true,
that's your team. That's his team. His team don't mess with you no more.
But his team are people. Just because they said it, is it true? Are we supposed to go off their word? Or are we supposed to be going off paperwork?
Like you said, your name ain't always on paperwork. These guys pleaded out.
Yeah, but shouldn't we have evidence about things that we're saying about people?
Yeah, the evidence we got is one of your co-defendants said that he's verifying himself as the paperwork.
Nah, that ain't the same as paperwork, bro.
Okay.
Even when I heard J-Bo admitted that he don't have paperwork, that's a fancy way of saying you have no paperwork. He said, I'm the paperwork. No, nigga, you don't got no paperwork. Then the guy Sosa posted a picture with Bleu Davinci next to some fake paperwork. So maybe Sosa was under the wrong impression. Maybe he got fooled. And then another thing, I watched Sosa's interview. Sosa says, oh yeah, Big Meech cooperated. It said in a book. It said in a book that his lawyer, that Blue's lawyer said, if there's anything else we could do, Your Honor, to help you along with this case, my client will be more than willing to cooperate with you all to help this investigation. He brought up that part, but he didn't bring up what the guy actually said to cooperate with the investigation. So I'm not saying that he's free and clear. I'm saying that the people that have been talking about this man don't got no paperwork, apparently. I feel like we need Bruce Rivers, we need 1090 Jake, we need Onan TV, we need those people to comb through the paperwork. We need the paperwork guys to get the paperwork and go through this and give us some perspective on this, because like you said that you believe that he's a snitch because somebody in the camp said that he's a snitch. He's in the camp saying that Big Meech is a snitch. So you got to believe him, right? If you go by that same logic.
Yeah, but his time, I think he got like 3 years and 2 years on papers.
Man,
these other guys got, football numbers. J-Bo did 15 years. You got guys, Big Meech got 30. So how if make it make sense to me.
I get where you're going at, and I want to stop you there because I get where you're getting at. He got less time. They got 30 years. How does he get less time? He goes on to explain that in the interview. He says that for his role, he got a minor role. When you're the boss, you get the most time. If you're management, you get a certain amount of time. If you got whatever kind of role, he said his shit was on the bottom. It got reduced. So he said that's why he got the amount of time that he got.
Okay.
So he said he was just loading up cars with drugs and money. It sounded good. He's a slick talking guy. I don't know. I would want to go through the paperwork or get somebody else to go through the paperwork or listen to somebody else talk paperwork. But what I'll say to this is he's a smooth talking guy. He made the shit sound like it made sense. He's not. He don't seem like a
like he's been working on it for a while.
He seems like he's been working on this for a while, and he was with them. He was on the Smack DVDs. He seemed like he knew what was going on. He knows about the case, and he's trying to defend his name. I watched him on the tape where he said, "Listen." Before the BMF came out, he said, "Look, if y'all play with my name, it's up. I'm pulling up on y'all." He said he's coming to the set. Wherever he got to come, if y'all play with my name, with this series y'all got going on, I'm coming to see y'all. So he seems like a guy who's really trying to protect the brand. But I was shocked, man, when I was out. I was like, "Dang, Big Meech is one of the last ones left."
Yeah, I mean, it's people throwing paperwork parties too now. I mean, people trying to protect their brand. So
so it's interesting to see how this develops. This is something where I want you to watch the snippets. I want you to get up to speed, and I really want to know how you feel. I want to know how the streets feel about this too. Y'all tap in on the comments, man. Should we believe this? Do you guys believe the snitching allegations on Bleu Davinci? Because I always kind of believed it because that's what people were talking about it, but now I'm not so sure. I'm second guessing shit. I'm like, well, damn, I heard people say that. I kind of went along with it years ago, but now I think about it, I ain't seen no paperwork on this man.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, right. It's taking J-Bo's word for it.
I don't know if I could take. Look, I don't think that it could be a situation where J-Bo is not intentionally lying on him. J-Bo could really believe that the man did something that he in actuality do. So we'll see. I want to see how it develops. Cam Capone News, they dropping snippets after snippets every day. I'm
just
loving
like
watching
your boy did, Vlad. Yeah, just like
Vlad. Yeah. Everybody learning the process. That's why we drop our shit in the segment. We trying to learn from the big boys.
Yeah.
And I think it's better for us because I think we're a better channel to watch for some reasons because we give them the perspective that's really from the heart. We're not trying to have no relationship with these niggas. We don't care if they finna come in for an interview or nothing. We gonna give it to you blood raw. And we're going to look at things objectively and try to put a little epistemology in there. A lot of people is just kind of, dealing with low information and they're just going with whoever talked the slickest or, whoever you like the most, So there's that. But that's all I got to say about that. You want to go ahead and close them out, Bob, so we don't make the video too long.
Man. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Make sure y'all give us a like if you like content like this. Subscribe to the channel, man. And we'll see y'all in the next video.
Yay.
Peace.